You believe rage is your greatest weapon, don't you? You think that shouting, breaking things, and lashing out will force them to regret their actions. But let me tell you a hard truth. Anger is cheap. It's the easiest emotion to provoke. They anticipate it from you. Some even crave it. The moment you snap, they get to lean back and say, "See? I told you they were unstable." They will cast you as the villain in their narrative and sleep soundly, convinced of their victory. But silence? Silence is a weapon they never see coming. It's not merely an absence of words, it's a withdrawal of validation. When you refuse to react, you starve them of the satisfaction they desperately need, and starving someone of what they crave. That is the slowest, most agonizing defeat of all. Every insult they throw, every trap they set is bait. They are willing you to take it. But when you stand there, immovable, gazing into their soul, their confidence shatters. Their facade develops cracks. Your silence becomes the loudest presence in the room, and it will haunt them far longer than any scream ever could. But this isn't about burying your pain. It's about transforming it into something unbreakable. What if I told you your greatest strength is forged in the very pressure they put on you? Keep reading, because next we talk about becoming diamond. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not telling you to ignore your pain. Pain is a powerful teacher. It sharpens your edges and hardens your resolve, transforming softness into steel. The secret is to never let them see it. You don't grant them the satisfaction of knowing they caused you harm. Instead, you take that pain and mold it into something they cannot touch. Do you know why diamonds are so valuable? It's pressure. Years, even millennia of relentless, crushing force. It isn't the fire that makes them unbreakable. It's the profound silence in which they endure that pressure. You must be like the diamond. Let the weight of their words and actions press down on you, but never allow it to crack you. When the world looks your way, let them see something they cannot destroy. Walking away is not weakness, no matter what they call it. They will label you a coward, claim you are running scared. But walking away is the ultimate act of power. Walking away declares, "You are not worth my energy." It's the difference between fighting in the mud and rising above it. But what happens to them when you leave? The real psychological unraveling begins next. When you leave them standing there, yelling at an empty space, you have already won. They will despise the fact that you didn't stoop to their level. That is the devastating beauty of silence. It doesn't just protect you, it systematically dismantles them. They will replay every word, every interaction, obsessively trying to pinpoint where they lost control. And you will be miles ahead, untouchable. Consider this: what inflicts more pain? Seeing someone cry over you or seeing them thrive completely without you? That is precisely why you stay silent. That is why you rise. Nothing annihilates an enemy faster than demonstrating that they hold zero power over you. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but most people do not care about your pain. They won't lose sleep over the nights you cried or the scars you carry. They will step on you, laugh, and move on as if you are nothing. So why waste your breath trying to make them understand? Let your actions speak. Let your silence scream. There's a reason the wolf doesn't concern itself with the opinions of sheep. But how do you become the wolf? The strategy is simpler than you think. There's a saying I live by. The wolf does not lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. You are the wolf, strong, silent, and untouchable. The sheep will bleat, gossip, and attempt to drag you down. But a wolf never stoops to their level. It stands tall, watching, waiting, and when it moves, it is always with purpose. If you want them to truly feel the impact of their actions, do not yell. Do not cry. Just stop. Stop chasing them. Stop explaining yourself. Stop providing them with a reaction. Your silence will echo louder than any combination of words. It will gnaw at their conscience, keeping them awake at night. They will wonder why you no longer care, why their mind games have suddenly lost all effect. And in that desperate wondering, they will destroy themselves. You are faced with a choice. Let their words break you, or let your silence break them. One path keeps you shackled to their control. The other sets you free. But freedom has a price. It's a lonely road. Are you strong enough to walk it? What you find on that path will shock you. They think they own you. Every insult, every slight, every backhanded compliment is a string they pull to make you dance. And for a while, maybe you did. You internalized their words, you let their opinions define you. But the moment you stop reacting, you seize back the power. Silence isn't just a response, it's a rebellion. It is the ultimate declaration that their words mean nothing. When they realize they've lost control, that they can no longer get under your skin, the tables turn completely. People like this thrive on control. They need to feel like they are steering the ship, dictating the narrative. When you go quiet, when you deprive them of a reaction, it's like cutting the strings in their puppet show. And when they lose that control, they panic. They crumble. They break. They build a small, confined box for you, filled with their rules. But what happens when you realize you don't owe them a single thing? The key to breaking out of their cage is coming up. Let's talk about expectations. People will build a perfect little box for you, stuffed with their rules, their limits, and their narrow definitions of who you are supposed to be. Every time you dare to step outside of it, they will try to shove you back in. But here is the truth they are terrified of you discovering. You do not owe them anything. Not your explanation, not your compliance, and certainly not your pain. You were not placed on this earth to live within the cramped confines of their expectations. The sooner you stop trying, the sooner you will realize how infinitesimally small their box really is. The world outside of their rules is infinite, and it belongs to you. Silence is the key that unlocks it. When you stop explaining and justifying your every move, you stop playing their game. And when you stop playing, they lose. It is that simple. What truly haunts people isn't what they did, but what they didn't do. The regret you leave them with will be a slow poison. How do you become someone's greatest regret without saying a word? Let's get dark. Do you know what really haunts people? It's not the things they've done, it's the things they didn't do, the words left unsaid, the chances not taken, and most of all, the people they lost. Here is where it gets dark. One day they will look back on how they treated you. They will replay every conversation, every argument, every time they made you feel small. And what will they see? You. Standing there, silent, unbroken, and gone. Regret is a slow poison. It eats away at the soul, bit by bit. The worst kind of regret isn't losing someone. It's the gut-wrenching realization that they are better off without you. That is the regret you will leave them with. Not through anger or revenge, but through the quiet, undeniable truth of your absence. The best revenge isn't being remembered. It's being forgotten. When someone forgets you, you strip them of their significance. This creates a void they can't fill. The science behind why this works is fascinating. Let's break down the logic of silence. Let's break this down logically. Biology. Humans are wired for connection. We crave attention, validation, and acknowledgement. Your silence disrupts that fundamental wiring. It creates a void, and nature abhors a vacuum. They will try to fill it, but they won't know how, and in their confusion, they will unravel. Psychology. Ever heard of projection? People project their own fears, insecurities, and failures onto others. Your silence becomes a mirror, forcing them to confront their own reflection. Let me tell you, most people cannot handle what they see. Sociology. Society runs on noise, gossip, arguments, endless chatter. It's all just static. But silence stands out. It's rare, it's powerful, and it demands attention. When you are silent, you control the narrative. In a world obsessed with being heard, choosing silence is the ultimate act of defiance. But this defiance inflicts a specific kind of pain on them. It's not the pain they expect. It's far worse. Let's talk about pain. Not the kind they inflicted on you. That's old news. I mean the kind you are going to inflict on them. And no, I don't mean violence or chaos. I mean the profound pain that comes from realizing they were wrong. The agony of seeing you rise while they sink. Your silence is the currency of that pain. Every moment you don't respond, every time you walk away, you are making a strategic investment. Trust me, the return on that investment is devastating. They will feel it in every empty room, every sleepless night, every awkward pause in a conversation. Because silence doesn't just hurt, it lingers. It becomes a ghost that follows them, a constant reminder of their failure. One day they'll tell stories about you, but not the stories they tell about loud, angry people. Your story will be different. What kind of legend will you become? The answer might surprise you. Picture this: a fortress, tall, impenetrable, surrounded by walls so thick nothing can break through. That is what your silence is. They can yell, scream, and throw everything they have at you, but those walls won't even crack. And here is the best part. While they are exhausting themselves trying to break you, you are conserving your energy. You are growing stronger. You are building. When the dust settles and they are left standing in the rubble of their own chaos, you will still be standing, untouched, unbothered, victorious. Now, don't mistake this for an easy path. Silence is not for the weak. It takes immense strength, discipline, and patience. It's lonely and isolating. It forces you to face your own demons. But that is precisely the point. It is in that confrontation that you become stronger than you ever thought possible. Most people drown in noise because they're afraid to sit in silence with themselves. But you are different. Your strength will take you places they can only dream of. So what does victory actually look like? Have you ever watched someone crumble under the weight of their own arrogance? It's a telling sight. The louder they are, the harder they fall. Their pride is fragile, built on a shaky foundation of ego. And ego doesn't take much to shatter. Your silence is the hammer. Every time you refuse to engage, every time you rise above their pettiness, you are chipping away at that foundation. One day it will collapse. They will fall apart, not because of anything you said or did, but because of the unbearable weight of their own pride. And you will be long gone, too far ahead to even hear the crash. Success doesn't just speak, it screams. When you succeed despite their efforts, it's the ultimate revenge. But success requires a specific environment to grow. You'll never guess what the key ingredient is. This is all about the future, the life you're building, the empire you are creating. Your silence is the foundation of that empire. It gives you the strength to keep going, to keep building, no matter what they throw at you. When that empire stands tall and unshakable, they will look up and realize they were never a part of it. They may try to take credit or weasel their way back in, but by then it will be too late. You will have built something so strong and powerful that nothing they say or do can touch it. That is the ultimate victory. So, here's the deal. You can keep fighting pointless battles, wasting energy on people who don't deserve it, or you can choose silence. You can choose strength. The choice is yours. But remember, your silence isn't just a response, it's a weapon and a legacy. And in a world drowning in noise, being silent makes you something rare and terrifying. Why are they so afraid of the quiet? Think of a predator in the wild, a lion, a wolf, a hawk. They don't waste energy chasing every little distraction. They wait, they watch. They choose their moment with precision. That is what makes them deadly. You need to adopt the same strategy. Don't waste your energy reacting to every provocation. Don't let their words or chaos pull you off your course. Stay still, stay focused. Choose your battles with extreme wisdom. Stillness is not weakness. It is the pinnacle of strategy and control. In a world of people running around shouting, your stillness is power. It is you saying, I don't need to prove myself to you. I am above your games. Anger burns bright but fast. Silence, however, lingers and haunts. Think of the people who hurt you the most. Were they the shouters or the ones who left in quiet dignity? The answer reveals everything. Pain is inevitable. You cannot avoid it. But it does not have to destroy you. It can shape you, mold you, and make you stronger if you let it. Your silence is how you take that pain and transmute it into power. It is you declaring, yes, I am hurt. Yes, I am angry. But I will not let you see it. I will not let you win. Think about how steel is made. It is forged in fire, beaten into shape, and then cooled in silence. That is what you are. You are steel, strong, unbreakable, forged in the fires of your pain and tempered by the cold silence of your resolve. One day, people will look back on your life. They will remember the impact you made. But most of all, they'll remember how you made them feel. Your silence becomes a lesson for those who come after you. What is the final, most powerful lesson your story will teach? Your legacy is not just about you. It's about the people who come after you, the ones who will look to you for inspiration, guidance, and strength. Your silence is a crucial part of that legacy. It is a living lesson, a reminder that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. So what is it going to be? Will you continue to waste your precious energy on people who do not deserve it? Or will you let your silence speak volumes for you? Will you let them define you? Or will you rise so far above that they become a distant memory? In the end, your silence will break them in ways anger never could. And you will walk away stronger, wiser, and finally utterly free. The choice is yours. But remember this, silence isn't emptiness. It is fullness. It is power. It is strength. It is everything they fear. And it is everything you are becoming. Now, go be unbreakable.